and you can tell he's like, all right, good point.
Yeah, comedy clips from you put together was a lot of fun.
Unless they get the mark of the beast. And Jessica, by the way she answers these questions, she will get the mark of the beast in order to feed her children. And that in itself is the same answer to the question I asked earlier. Say, yo, do you love God more than your children, or do you love your children more than God? She will
Saint
show you.
Jacobus and Saint Joseph. You know what's interesting is many you wouldn't think at first face that many of these people are like hyper religious, but it turns out either they're hypocrites and full of shit, but it turns out that a lot of these people view themselves as being like hyper religious and totally accurate in their fundamental religious belief, and that's what a lot of people in chillism spend a lot of time talking about, which is crazy, but it's just one form of debate, and people get high on it. And it's just dopamine creation for people. Is people just keep going back to the source honeypot of creation and debating and fine tuning their argumentation. Hello. But I got my Nespresso here and my harmonica. And I just want to play a little harmonica song for our dear friend Monica, who I came across on Clown House being abused by all the black African Americans on this app, calling her racist, calling her white bread, grilled cheese sandwich, every nasty name in the cracker box.
Is that the story, or am I yeah, Abraham and his son? Yes. So he said, so God put him through a test and said, okay, you're more loyal to me than your own fucking son or brother or whatever. I mean that's
That's a good point, bro.
context. That's not what the context is, Jacobus. Because God tells them what the context is.
Okay, they'll be arguing all day about this. It's a great room to record. Very little work involved except for the participants. It's what I call plantation working. It's the modern day clubhouse plantation, where people just come to gather in the fields of the plantation. And I'm sitting in that beautiful white house on a hill overlooking the massive plantation. There are hundreds of workers, and I have cameras pointed at all of them to record their hard work, dedication, and commitment to service. Hello? So this is some music that I arranged on AI yesterday. I hope you like it. The song is called Hawk.
Mine is the head of the hawk. I bear the rose and cross of life and love.
I'm not too big of a fan of heavy metal. You know, kind of too much in the way. Let me play for something a little more chill. This is called Wisdom of God by the John Kitover Band. Grab your coffee, grab your cannabis if you got some. Sit back.
Came like dawn in my hands, soft but stronger than I knew. The fear turned gold in your eyes, and my old night broke in two. I was lost in the noise. Now I'm learning how to stay close to your quiet light. In the middle of the day, stop thinking. Let it fall. Take the deepest breath. Hold them all. Hold it close. Don't run from the feeling. One more second, you can start believing. Wisdom of God. Now it's joy. Wisdom of God. Now it's love. Wisdom of God. My heart is open. Wisdom of God. I rise above. Let it go, go, go. You are the answer. I needed to know. Your touch is a steady rain on the dust of who I was. Every wound gets named, then it fades in the hush. I don't need 1,000 signs when your name is in my chest. One deep breath, one brave step, and the rest can be blessed. I'm thinking, let it fall. Take the deepest breath. Hold them all. Hold it close, don't run from the feeling. One more second, you can start believing. Wisdom of God, now it's joy. Wisdom of God, now it's love. Wisdom of God, my heart is open. Wisdom of God, rise above. Let it go, go, go. You are the answer. I needed to know. If I tremble, stay near. If I break, pull me through. Teach my hands to release what I cannot hold with you. Tend my life, tend my love. I breathe in your holy cup, and the storm in my head lays down like a pall. Wisdom of God, now it's joy. Wisdom of God, now it's love. Wisdom of God, my heart is open. Wisdom of God, I rise above. Let it go, go, go. You are the answer. I needed to know. Now it's gone. Wisdom of God, I'm yours alone.
Hello?
Your face.
Pictures, man.
Yes. Like the second picture, and
Yeah, you keep those funky faces on. You're good.
yeah.
In my eyes.
That face.
Fuck.
That face is fucking. Like,
Keep the
I
fucking
wouldn't
face
fuck
on.
the shit out of you, yeah. That is such a fucking face, isn't it? You looked at me like that, I'm getting a hard on.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
straight up getting a hard on.
looking at you like that's all you got, nigga. That's all you got.
Mine is the head of the land.
Okay, this comes from
You
the.
even got this guy up here.
Yeah, I foster all the degenerates. I'm a degenerate myself, so
Okay, this comes.
I'm in the mix. I'm in the.
All men are degenerates, bro. Like, I don't give a shit who the
I'm part
fuck
of the
you are.
sign. I'm part of the sign.
We're all psyops.
Okay,
He's the biggest psyop of them all.
She's the big style.
this comes from the Tao Te Ching. This is page 56. I know many of you don't read anymore. You just come here and talk endlessly. The way is empty, yet when you use it, you never need fill it again. Like an abyss, it seems to be the ancestor of the 10,000 things. It files down sharp edges, unties the tangles, softens the glare and settles the dust. Submerged, it seems perhaps to exist. We don't know whose child it is. It seems to have even preceded the Lord. Heaven and earth are not humane. They regard the 10,000 things as straw dogs. The sage is not humane. He regards the common people as straw dogs. The space between heaven and earth, is it not like a bellows? It
All right,
is.
my turn.
Hello?
My turn. My turn. Since you're saying I don't read, I bought some books last night. This place where they sell books for $1.
That's just his opener, man. Just so everybody
It says, I can admit I know nothing. All I know is that life is a book bound by love and pain. Two things that are often the same. At any moment, it could fall apart. But the wonderful thing is that no matter how torn apart the spine might be, this book is written not just ourselves, others we meet along the way. So when I hand my book over for you to write, I ask you to scribble as much as you please. Do not leave anything out. Not one single heartbreak, a moment of happiness or sleepless night. Because in the end of the day, without this book, we know nothing.
Hello? Cerberus, do you want to read to us from the Medina Charter of Muhammad, the Islamic Constitution, that we can finally put to rest that Islam is just a mafia organization and a scam and a fraud created by Muhammad? It's a major level marketing scam dedicated to the in-group, out-group, the believer versus the non-believer, for political gain, for financial gain, for intimidation and blood money. Hello?
Begotten child of my father and mother, my father
Is that like engage with me when you say hello? Like, is that like your code?
He's just doing no, because it's just like, because it gets silent and he wants to know if he's still in the room or not. That's why he says hello, because he gets kicked out so many times that he's probably.
No, because like he has a nice intro. He has a nice intro.
I told him he's got to clean that up.
Yeah, but like you got no substance, man. Like we want to hear something, you read something, but it needs to also be clicking. Like, where's the climax? And if there was a climax, like you need to build up to it. There's the tone has to, like you can catch attention, but you can't maintain it because you're giving it all your energy is being poured in that immediately. So we're all expecting like a build up, a climax, because you're already coming in with this, and it's all the same constant. And
Let me give Alabaster.
it zones out, dude.
This guy fucking. This guy says, I hope you know that as the sun must always set, the good will always hurt. It will always hurt. We simply grow out of feeling. At some point, the numbness will take over. The tears will flow. No trust. And you see how read some shit to you. I don't give a fuck. Is anyone been raped?
At what levels of it we can just like get into it? Like, what is the legal definitions of it, and like how could I hurt myself into which box?
We're not gonna really. I mean, a weird encounter is not gonna be considered a rape. So we have plenty of those.
Such thing as date rape.
Yeah, I'm not so sure if it is.
I think there is, and then people put roofies in people's drinks and stuff, so they're like knocked out and stuff.
Okay, gentlemen, I just want to point out that creativity is true joy. And so unfortunately a lot of these rooms on Clubhouse just are not creative enough because you guys aren't using you're not using enough instruments.
Loving someone who acts like they hate me. I'm tired of talking like an adult while you act like a child. I'm tired of sharing my feelings with someone who is often by the pain, who is offended by the pain of my heart.
Doctrinaire, but
and so
20 years. You know, he was left of center. You know, Tesla was a clean energy electric vehicle company. Republicans were these people who didn't believe in climate change, and so it was sort of naturally much more comfortable in sort of
An ambiguous political
Democratic
position.
California. And then at some point, Elon shifted, and it's overdetermined why he shifted or why you shifted or some of these other people did.
I didn't shift, Peter.
I know, everyone. But
everyone feels that way, of course.
I know these things are overdetermined, but I keep thinking part of it is just this sort of straitjacket is not what you all signed up for. This intellectual straitjacket where you're not allowed to have ideas, even if you agree with 80%, it's never enough. You have to be 100%.
So Comedy Mothership, I hope you work for Joe Rogan in Austin, Texas, and you're like, we love what you do, John, and we want you to come perform in Austin.
yeah, same exact one.
Maybe it's like just part of our brain, and everyone is just like programmed with it.
Yeah, it's the fit. This book, is fucking garbage. I have 27 books and 100. Just to let you know.
I think that you're on my pod.
Do shit. My fucking day off.
Hello?
Is this all that are on the days off?
I don't have a day off. I can't just leave my kids at my mother's house and, you know, just say I don't want to be a dad.
Why not?
Because I have four fucking kids. You're talking about a 2-on-2 half court.
One of those like, you really have like 3 right now. The oldest one's right now. but I didn't. You have control of what I control them.
How an older child, or if there is a divide in the ages, just to empower the head of each of the don't do it where it's like strong authority over the younger one, make it more symbiotic.
I was angry because my brother's like 5 years older, so he'd always get the front seat. But like my sister's just like 2 years younger, so like we always had to take turns with the front seat, and I like felt like I never got that like older advantage.
Hello?
Should be given the respect and the authority. But it shouldn't be where it's not like the brothers, though. You can see it not been given authority, but I used it to ideally more than pragmatic. If there was a shotgun, I would sit in the front, like the oldest or the one in the hierarchy is gonna sit in the front. So if it's not, depending on who's in the house, if it's your brother, if it's your father, your mother's gonna sit in the front. If it's not, if your mother's not there, the oldest is gonna sit in the front. Just makes me think that I leave his app too much, and then I'm having the same experience, and then I'm getting high, and then it's like tripping me out, and then am I doing this? Is this like kind of a recall of like something where like I'm getting uncomfortable?
I gotta go to the breakup shit. This is what I gotta do with y'all. I'm going every nice phone I wanna go to. I just wanna go to another breakup fucking night.
And I feel like the first time this happened to him is the reason why now he's this way. But it's just like he doesn't want to learn, doesn't want to. I don't know. I don't think he's got anything he's actually interested in other than like socializing. Man, this is humanity. This is Earth. This is not paradise, bro. This ain't paradise. You gotta put something on the table. You got to put something on the table. I hate it too, but bro, it's just.
Stop saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Great job. I'm so proud of you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
It's cold.
I mean, God just spoke to me. What are you talking about?
Very proud of you. Good job.
Do you think God speaks to everyone or just you?
Speaking right now. You are the world speaking to me. And everything that happens in there, like when a light flicker, when I see a number, when I see a potential, there's stuff more and more as I'm getting older. And I'm just like, this thing that matters. This is my number. This is my stuff. This is my being. This is me. I should go there.
I need to know, I always felt like, everything's connected, synchronicity, and then, my dad, the psychologist, he said not everything is connected, and that I need to go to the psych hospital. So, I think
Don't let
Judy,
people tell you you're crazy. Like if you're smarter,
everything's connected.
if you're doing proper pattern recognition and there's an alignment, this is normal. There is
only begotten child of my father and mother. My father is dead. My mother bore me with labor and pain and fear. By my body I invoke thee. Arouse me, shine the diamonds of radiance, light and pure. By their brightness I invoke thee. Mine is the red triangle, reverse the sign, given of none save it be of thee, O Lord.
believe it.
I think just Truman, right? Truman, maybe?
Huh?
I think maybe Truman, I think, was the last to do a major thing.
No, this is actually different what he's doing. It's not like the White House burned down or some shit.
Y'all don't care.
They completely destroyed a wing.
Yeah, but it's the new wing, you know. Only came in the 1900s. It's not the original White House. I don't know. I just didn't know that. Given as someone who is deeply invested intellectually, emotionally, financially in the arts, I just did not know Americans cared this much about historical architectural preservation, given how hard it is for local historical societies that I belong to and contribute to raise $3,000. If only the people who are outraged about this much would have given $5 to the Carter G. Woodson House. Now, there are black people. It would be condemned. You can't even go in the Carter G. Woodson House, but everybody's celebrating Black History Month. Many people here don't even know the Carter G. Woodson House is condemned. I don't know, man. I'll be honest with you. I think if Obama did it, people wouldn't care. I've got to be kidding people, but I respect everybody's opinion. Sandra, what does that mean? If you say it's our house, it is. They elected them. It's not our Negroes. Like people care about the law. Okay. Yeah, but hey, everyone. Well, who's we? I don't care about.
Sherry, you was on the same bandwagon, so don't go and change now. Because when you was
No,
going
I
on, that was
never
saying there was
talked
a
about
problem.
the ballroom.
You had a problem about the ballroom at first.
I never talked about the ballroom.
I remember. I was
No, you don't remember.
No, I remember when we played it in here. We played it in here, and there was a bunch of people.
You got to
You know what?
be
Let me
kidding me.
Don't overtalk me. I remember when we played it. Don't overtalk me. I'm gonna let you talk in a second. I remember when we played it in this room.
Bullshit.
There wasn't one single person in this room that may or may not have said anything. I don't know. But I know this whole room was fucking outraged about it. Honestly, at the time, in my mind, I didn't care. I really don't give a fuck, to be honest. Half of the shit he's doing, I don't give a fuck. Outside of fucking motherfuckers deploying, I don't care.
Motherfuckers deployed. I give a fuck about nothing. Just about motherfuckers deployed.
Also a history major. When he brought up people that's into history, yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying, because my mom is her. She's a history major. But I don't know anybody in this room that said I don't care. I'm gonna be honest. Nobody. There was nothing in the chat about I don't care. Now all of a sudden everybody wants to jump on stage and say, yeah, I don't know why people care. Why y'all didn't come up on stage and say that when people were saying, you know what, funny shit? I'm not done.
Okay.
When it was said earlier, what's going on? Before, you want to know what's going on?
Yes. Because I came up on stage and said something.
Hold on. I didn't mean to mod you. I'm gonna move you down to the go, or you can move yourself. Okay, so no one came on stage. Spirited in this room, do y'all remember when we talked about this? Who came on stage and had a problem with it? Or didn't have? I don't care.
I said it was on the bottom of my list. I always said that. I mean, I care only to the extent of we don't, on the broader picture, that we don't have money to things, we got ballrooms in that context. Otherwise, it's at the bottom.
But you know what? It's just funny that all of a sudden nobody gave a fuck. I'm gonna be honest with you, I really didn't give a fuck if you want to know the truth. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I really didn't give a fuck then, and I don't give a fuck now. But that's the shit I be talking about. Y'all gotta have your own brain. This shit be weird. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, maybe you weren't here. We actually went through statues. I remember because Victoria was wrong. I went through the fine art statues of the 1930s. I remember. I'm sure, yeah.
team. Because when we were looking it up, I was like, he's the one that assigns this person, so he's gonna get it approved. This whole fucking room was fucking talking crazy about, well, you know, this and that. Okay, so now everybody agrees.
He's actually interested
Okay.
other than like socializing.
I remember that argument. I was in here, man. Because honestly, I was like, you just listening because I don't know what's going on. I don't care. And then I brought up that point. And I brought up something else that Cindy had said in another room. Cindy Stumpo. I said, well, Cindy Stumpo was saying.
Cindy
And
Stumpo.
somebody said something about she's white. I was like, okay, you got it.
You got it, babe. You got this, babe.
And I only use her as reference because she's quote unquote supposed to be an expert in construction. But I remember that conversation. Now all of a sudden everybody's outraged. I mean, no longer outraged. But maybe you change your mind over the time because y'all over time maybe y'all just heard other things and said, you know what, fuck it, I don't care anymore.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Yeah, we got another one. Danielle Bush from Jazz. It's not allowed. It's the Kennedy Center. Y'all don't go to the Kennedy Center or send any money to the Kennedy Center. The arts in this country have been woefully funded and cut by Republicans. I mean, really, in earnest. Go back to the NEA 4. Of course, many people who act like they care about the Kennedy Center don't know anything about the NEA 4, but it's a
Character?
It's all fake.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's all fake. This country does not
Play that. When I got my new graphics card 5 years ago, but
okay, so people care about this.
I'm too old, dude. It's too many damn buttons. I'm used to like 2 or 3 buttons.
No,
there's just the controller. It's a normal Xbox controller. No, I played it. I never graduated past I don't know what the fuck's up with me. I'm old.
Sorry, you think the gels with the fish head and stuff?
Which one's that?
My mom like has
There's going to be nothing under the ballroom. It's not going to be a nuclear fallout shelter that only the president and the people can get to. Like, it's just, it's not, a ballroom is not needed. If you need a special underground fallout shelter, you just build that. You don't need a ballroom above it. Like, come on, man. I don't know. It's not the necessity of a ballroom. Never in the history of the world, since fucking Louis XVI and Mary Antoinette got their heads cut off, has anyone argued that a ballroom was necessary?
Now, I think what Brandon alluded to is what I put in the chat. I can remember when they were talking about the designs and the plans. I kept wondering in the reporting why they kept specifying who some of the defense contractors were that were part of it. And I think it was, I can't remember exactly how it was worded, but it made it seem like they were trying to make it like they were involved because of like the bunker building and everything that's gonna be under. And I just thought it was weird that like that was part of how.
I saw reporting that they were going to be putting a hospital in the same structure as the ball.
That's, yeah, but here's the thing, I mean, I approach it from this way because I see it in New York, like every 10 to 20 years, the major cultural institution buildings are being upgraded, modernized, renovated, and this takes, and I see the fundraising, and it's like millions and millions of dollars. It takes, you know, pull things up for a couple of years or whatever it is. Like, all these updates have to happen. There's no reason why it wouldn't have to happen for a Kennedy Center or ballrooms or whatever the fuck it is. Like, this is just part of how buildings
will be underneath it, but there is obviously something going to be, there's been speculation of what it is, that is going to be underneath it as
Escape from what?
But
Who
no,
cares?
Escape from what?
I don't know.
Escape from what?
We don't know, because nobody.
No, I said it was needed, so I'm saying.
That's not why, man, this is not why, the reason why, the reason why I said it was, I actually think it was needed is because of situations like just happened. Now,
Like what?
because the White House is more, you can secure the perimeter of the White House.
The White House correspondents don't want to have their thing in the ballroom.
Well, that would be a different story. But for dignitaries visiting, like well, man, can I?
No, I'm trying to understand, because you're saying for last night, but there's no guarantee it would be in the White House.
Yeah. For dignitaries when they visit, when they have major.
How many dignitaries have been assassinated on American soil?
Yeah, but for security purposes, because we do live in a different security situation than previously.
Yeah, it was less secure before.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. If I can finish, look, I can't remember if it was the Bush administration or the Obama administration. It might have been the Bush administration. But there were people talking about how there wasn't enough space to host X, Y.
was lost in the noise. Now I'm learning how to stay close to your quiet light. In the middle of the day, stop thinking. Let it fall. Take the deepest breath of them all. Hold it close, don't run from the feeling. One more second, you can start believing. Wisdom of God, now it's joy. Wisdom of God, now it's love. Wisdom of God, my heart is open. Wisdom of God, I rise above. Your touch is a steady rain on the dust of who I was. Every wound gets named, then it fades in a hush. I don't need 1,000 signs when your name is in my chest. One deep breath, one brave step, and the rest can be blessed. Stop thinking. Let it fall. Take the deepest breath of them all. Hold it close, don't run from the feeling. One more second, you can start believing. Wisdom of God, now it's joy. Wisdom of God, now it's love. Wisdom of God, my heart is open. Wisdom of God, rise above. Let it go, go, go. You are the answer. I needed to know if I tremble. Stay near if I break through. Teach my hands to release what I cannot hold with you. Tend my mind, tend my lips. I breathe in your holy calm. The storm in my head lays down like a bomb. Wisdom of God, now it's joy. Wisdom of God, now it's love. Wisdom of God, my heart is open. Wisdom of God, she said, psychology in the pattern, loving the way you stay. If I let go, I'm coming back clear. If I let go, you get me. Now it's wisdom, now it's joy, now it's wisdom.
Princess Sarah Spinarian. I bring a message to Lord Boris from the Queen.
Prince Viserys Velaryon, son of Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Lord Boris, I brought you a message from my mother, the Queen.
Yet earlier this day I received an envoy from the king. Which is it? King or queen? The House of the Dragon does not seem to know who rules it. What's your mother's message? Where's the bloody maester? Remind me of my father's oath. King Aegon at least came with an offer. My swords and banners for a marriage pact. If I do as your mother bids, which one of my daughters will you wed? Boy?
My lord, I'm not free to marry. I'm already betrothed.
So you come with empty hands. Go home, pup. And tell your mother that the Lord of Storm's End is not some dog that she can whistle up at need to set against her foes.
I shall take your answer to the Queen, my lord.
Wait, my Lord Strong. Did you really think that you could just fly about the realm, trying to steal my brother's throne at no cost?
I came as a messenger, not a warrior.
Fight would be little challenge. No. I want you to put out your eye. It's payment for mine. One will serve. I would not blind you.
Princess Sarah Spinarian.
Mine is the head of the hawk. Abrahadabra. And ends.
6. I bear the rose and cross of life and light.
Abrahadabra.
Giving the sign that each Abrahadabra.
Remaining in the sign. The invocation concludes.
Therefore I say unto thee, come thou forth and dwell in me, so that every spirit, whether of the firmament, or of the ether, or of the earth, or under the earth, on dry land or in the water, whirling air or of rushing fire, and every spell and scourge of God and vast one, might be thee.
Abrahadabra. The adoration. Impromptu. Close by banishing.
I think this was omitted at W's order.
Get what you're saying? And he does want attention. Like, he just wants
the head of the hawk.
on and off, which is fine. The children can't be crying furniture.
How can they know what's wrong if they were never taught it's
I
wrong?
bear the
Wait,
rose
tell
and
him.
cross of life and light. Abrahadabra.
Leaving the sign at each.
Remaining in the sign, the invocation concludes.
Therefore I say unto thee, come thou forth and dwell in me, so my body I invoke thee.
To bow me shine the diamonds of radiance white and pure. By their brightness I invoke thee.
Green is the red triangle. Reverse the sign given of none. Save it be of thee, O Lord. By the Lamb I invoke
Three miles the garland of white, sewn with gold, the flashing abide that I wear.
by my robe I invoke thee.
Shine as the sign of a prophet and typhon. By the sign I invoke thee.
Thine is the turban of white and gold, and mine the figure of the intermediate.
By my crown I invoke thee. My fingers travel on the beads of pearl. Soar I after thee in thy car of glory. By my fingers I invoke
I bear the wand of double power in the voice of the Master, Abrahadabra. By the word I invoke thee.
Be mine are the dark blue waves of music in the song that I made of old to invoke thee.
Strike the master chord.
Draw the flaming sword, crown, child, and conquering
head of the man. And my insight is keen as the hawks by my head I invoke thee. Hey, I am the only begotten child of my father and mother. My father is dead. My mother bore me with labor and pain and fear. By my body I invoke thee. About me shine the diamonds of radiance, white and pure. By the brightness I invoke thee. Mine is the red triangle reversed, the sign given of none save it be of thee. O Lord, by the Lamb and I invoke thee. 3 minus the God.
They own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear.
Do you help with
Yes, I said, try.